So too much of that, and your prefrontal cortex, which that's the part that's supposed to say, hey, chill, it's just a loud noise, that part starts to slack. The immense amount of consistent cortisol, it wears down that prefrontal cortex. And the result, you're 30, jumping at fireworks and calling it patriotism. The hippocampus, which is your memory headquarters, that takes a little bit of a hit too. You ever wonder why some trauma survivors can't remember chunks of their childhood? That's not laziness, that's biology. Chronic stress shrinks that thing, leaving you with a Swiss cheese timeline. And meanwhile, your nervous system's like threat, 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 even when it's just Karen from HR asking you about your weekend. How many of you do this? I do this too. When someone is just trying to be genuine, especially when it's like an authority figure, a boss, or something like that, and they say, hey, how was your day? What'd you do last night? I immediately go into like a defensive mode of like, oh God, I gotta sell this. I gotta show them that everything was fine. And that's a knee-jerk reaction to childhood trauma, right? I have to impress because if I just say something normal, or if I say, oh, I didn't do much, I just sat around and watched TV, I'm used to receiving this whole, well, why didn't you do more kind of thing, right? And as a kid, being around abuse and being around divorce and being around the inconsistent, the war zone, if you will, a lot of that cortisol constantly pumping, that amygdala that was telling me, hey, fight, fight, fight. This is a threat. Let's go. It starts to wear you down a little bit. Now, I'm fortunate and unfortunate in the reality that I remember a lot more than I want to remember from my childhood. It's helped me. It's helped me grow, but just pay attention to that too. Like, why are we getting defensive when someone's just trying to be genuine to us? When someone pays us a compliment, why do we immediately deflect? Why can't we receive a compliment and just say, thank you? We have to immediately turn it around and compliment them, right? And that's a scary thing too. Again, all of this, it's a lot. It's like drinking water from a fire hose. And you have to eventually figure out how to regulate this as best you can. All right. So let's talk about the addiction aspect of this too.